welcome to another book haul. So let's start with my March book haul. I have my journal here. I told myself in my goals that I'm just gonna buy books under 10. Only under 10 books. But I exceeded the supposed 10 only books because I bought 22. Also because I'm selling some of the books. As you can see, you can check out my Shopee account and my book talk. Please go check out, support me, and maybe you will end up liking some of the books that I am selling. I have such a tall stack of books to haul right now, so let us start with. I really love this book, even though it's kind of expensive for a pre-love because it's a signed first edition of The Glass Sword in hardcover, and you rarely see that in 2022, so I had to grab the opportunity and buy it. The next book is, I've read the Three Dark Crowns, and I have a paperback. Because I love the series so much, I bought the hardcover, and also because it was cheap. Then along with the Three Dark Crowns, I bought it with this one. It was the same price as the Three Dark Crowns because it was on clearance on National Bookstore. As you can see, it's very thick, it's very heavy, and it's a 2-in-1 because it's the special 10th anniversary edition, and it's Twilight and Life and Death. Ouch, it's so heavy. So the next book is to match my Divergent set. I bought the paperback version of the Divergent because I don't want to ruin my collector's edition, so I bought this to annotate and read so it can match my set finally, and I can start reading it now. Then the next book this was on sale, so I bought it with the Allegiant. Shall I say more? Then I went thrifting. Usually when I go to a book shopping spree, I go to the National Bookstore first, and I did. I bought this, The Evolution of Mara Dyer, which sounds interesting because I've heard a lot of it on BookTube. I usually take reference on BookTube rather than Book Talk. So I bought this, even though it's a volume 2 book. I'm just gonna buy the first and third book. Then I went book thrifting. This was the Pics. Cute color palette, but hardcover and Pretty Little Liars novel. This surprised me because I usually see the paperback version, so this surprised me, and I bought it for such a cheap price, 45 pesos. Sis. And it's so pretty too. Oh my gosh. It's a quote from the main character of this book. So the next book, I only bought it because it's pretty and only 25 pesos. Its theme is the recycle symbol logo, so it's just cute, so I had to buy it even though it smells bad. I will never let my mother see some of my books because some of my books are smut. If you know, you know. Next book is a book mail. The first book mail that came was this too. If I Stay and The Last Star. I made a TikTok about it. The unboxing is in my TikTok. So, no, on my book talk. If I Stay special edition, and it was on sale. Then I did not know it was a hardcover, so I was so happy because I bought it really cheap. And then the last book mail that I received this March is the Eden duology. I don't know what's it called, but they call it Eden duology. So it's Dividing Eden and Eden Conquered. I don't know how to do hauls like this. Should I explain further about the books or just go with it because there's such a lot of books? But this is the duology, and it's making me OC because it's not match, because there's no hardcover in this and there's no paperback with this. That's what you get for reading older books. So that's all. Same shirt from the last vid because I'm filming this in the same day. Hello, welcome back. So I'm just gonna show you my TBR. I don't know when, but it's just my TBR pile. Maybe April, because in March I only read a duology. So maybe in April, I'm just gonna make this an April TBR. So in April, I am planning to read, finally, I've had this since January. I've been avoiding this because the thickness is very intimidating and I'm such a slow reader. This is gonna take me to read for probably the whole month. So I'm just trying to dip my toes in a new world because I'm still hungover with the Carve the Mark. So this on my first on my TBR on April. The next one is another duology. Let's just hope that I won't be in a reading slump so I could read a lot of books. So this one is a new obsession. Lately I've been obsessed with like old books. I'm not into the book talk books because I'm too broke to buy expensive new books. So I have this Dividing Eden. The second book is Eden Conquered. Barely know what it is about, but it says that it's about twins, Caris and Andrews. It's about twins that has to fight over the throne of Eden because the next in line, their older brother, was assassinated, so they have to have this competition to win and be the next ruler of Eden. It's falling off, but hopefully April will be my reading month because it's summer, so maybe I'll be in the mood to read. I'm planning to read the Divergent series. I know it's an old series, but I still love them. And I haven't read, but I'm obsessed with the movies. So, actually, I had to buy a paperback cover because I only have the collector's edition, but I don't want to ruin it by, I have very sweaty fingers and I don't want my damp fingers to ruin the collector's edition. So I bought the paperback to match my set. I guess that's all of the books that I'm planning to read. Maybe in the next months, starting April. Hoping for a good reading month.